Okay, so now the teaching is Way of Bodhisattva, composed by the Shantideva. We have these 10 chapters. So first 3 chapter is the Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is unborn made arise. So chapter 4, 5, 6 is Bodhicitta, excellent precious mind, where it is born may is not decline. Then chapter 7, 8, 9 is Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is born but ever increase higher and higher. So actually all this way of Bodhisattva, chapter 9 is subsumed into this Bodhicitta prayer. We finish the first one. Now we are the second section. So second section, we are the chapter 6. Actually, this one has 134 verses. 134 verses. We are today I think is 115 verses. 115 is correct? Yes, yeah.
We ended in 113. We have to do 114.
114?
Yeah,
Yes.
114.
So we thought it's like we are in the 115. Okay, so we are in the 100.
No. We ended in 113. We have to do 114.
Okay.
No, didn't we do?
So yeah, it's okay. So we can starting from the 114. So this 114 verses is also followed by the 113 verses. So also here has the verses 13 has a caution about in the same way as I respect the conquerors. So we have to respect same as Buddhas for other sentient beings too. The reason is yesterday we talked lots about this section. When we're going to reach Buddhahood, so we wanted to reserve this result is fruition is given by sentient beings and the Buddhas the same. So that's the reason if we wanted to become Buddha, and we have to respect the sentient beings, it's the same as the Buddhas. Otherwise, not possible to become Buddha. So Buddha means accomplishment 6 paramita practice. This 6 paramita practice object is other ordinary sentient beings. So without other ordinary sentient beings, we cannot complement 6 paramita. If we don't complete in 6 paramita, then the Buddha enlightenment is not possible. So that's the reason we also recognize like Buddha has special quality and measurable love, compassion, equanimity, and wisdom. So we recognize that we respect Buddha and he giving this teaching for us. We respect Buddha. So same is respect Buddha, we also have to respect for other ordinary beings too, because that's also have us practice, especially in this chapter 6. This chapter 6, without other sentient beings, the not possible to practice. So the reason is Buddha not give you hardship, difficulty to you. So that's the reason you cannot practice patience with the Buddha. So then if you want to completion practice with the patient, we need other ordinary beings, especially who is afflicted by emotions. We need these beings. So that really help for us for practice patience, increasing our qualities, purify our karma. Without these ordinary beings, not possible to become Buddha. So we talked about that a lot yesterday. And yesterday we talked these ordinary beings is the same as the treasure who hurt for us. It's a treasure. Because of their excess, we are become, produce excess, we are become awakened Buddha. And also hard to we find this practice patient object. The reason is, long as you no harm for others, they're also not really going to harm to you. That's why very hard to find practice patient object. We can find practice generosity object is easy. They always has good conditions there all the time. But practice condition is harder, long as your mind is not afflicted. So your mind is afflicted, then you also cannot practice patience because you cannot control your mind. You can control your mind long as you are not afflicted, your mind, and you're not harming for others. That just other beings not really going to harm us. They're not going to get you much, right? So that's the reason it's harder to find for object of participation. Especially when you are become practitioner, then more harder and harder to find this thing object of passion is. Uh, when we are more like beginner, ordinary perception, and ordinary like kind of thoughts we have a more object of passion practice. But long as you are become more practice dharma, you are used to practice dharma, you can practice more patience, then less object. So object patience become less and less. That's the reason Shantideva said yesterday is object, the practice patient object is treasure. Not easy to get. Long as you get, you recognize, appreciate, take care, the object is the same as a treasure. Don't take care the same as the trash, okay? If you take care same as the trash, then we are always ordinary being. We cannot develop our qualities, like cannot increasing our participation qualities. So when this uh, object enemy or someone who hatred or harming for us, that kind of like anyone come to you, so you recognize and take care that the same is the treasure. If you do that way, then that beings really make you Buddha. So create you Buddha. Same is the Buddhas. The Buddhas give teaching for us. We follow that. The Buddha is another condition, special condition. So also we need something, unusual, not special condition, ordinary condition we need. So that is like other sentient beings can give us. That's why, yesterday, like 130, 113, I mean, the verses talk about this Buddha sentient being, we have to recognize the same, respect the conquerors, like we respect Buddhas and the other beings the same. Then now we go to the 114 verses. Of course, they are not similar in the quality of their intentions, but only in the fruit that they produce. So it is in this respect that they have excellent qualities and are therefore said to be equal. So the main point is, see, uh, here we're talking about verses like 113, we have to respect for other beings. So other beings give us opportunity to practice patience. So that means like uh, the Buddha's ordinary beings, same quality, equal quality. No, there cannot be same quality. Uh, they are not similar in the quality of their intentions because the sentient beings don't have intentions once you become Buddha intentions. Then why we respect for them, but only in the fruit that they produced. So these ordinary beings can produce, we are become Buddha. They can create, we are Buddha. So that's the reason we respect for other sentient beings too. So it is in this respect that they have excellent qualities. So that quality other sentient beings has and are therefore said to be equal, means like we equal respect. We respect Buddha, same as we respect other beings. Then we go to 115 verses. Whatever merit comes from venerating one with a loving mind is due to the immanence of sentient beings. Eminence of sentient beings. And in the same way, the merit of having faith in Buddha is due to eminence of Buddha. Uh, so we respect other beings, especially also bodhisattvas. Uh, so whatever merit comes from venerating one with a loving mind, so also you can respect to the sangha. Actually this go to with the sangha is good to follow. So sangha also very important. The reason is you can increase in your merit object of sangha. The reason is sangha has good qualities. So venerating one with a loving mind, there has a loving kindness, patience, is due to the eminence of sentient beings, that kind of sanghas. So this is really talking about the what means a sangha. Sangha usually we just follow the author level, we say community, right? And all group together we call sangha. But the reality sangha means who has love, who has compassion, who has more patience, who has tolerant, who has good qualities like these inner qualities. So they are sangha. So if you respect for them, you offering to them, respect them, then that's also another part of the increasing our accumulation merit. So due to the eminence of sentient beings. Then, so that is the, the special object, actually, special object is a sangha. Then of course another special object is Buddha, and in the same way, the special object sangha is the same way the merit of having faith in the Buddha is due to the eminence of Buddha. So then also you have a devotion to Buddha, offering to Buddha like confession, rejoicing. We all, usually practice the 7 branches. You follow that way as long as you have a strong devotion, arise your mind to Buddha. So that's also incredibly increasing your merit. Your quality is increasing. The reason is that is the Buddha's quality. Your merit is increasing, your emotions is decreasing. So actually we say enlightening quality is increasing due to the eminence of Buddha's, blessing and Buddha's power over the Buddha. So we can say power over Sangha, power over Buddha. Use these two special objects. Long as you do something like good way to offering, devotion, and confessing, this object is very special and purify our karma, increasing our qualities, enlightening qualities. Then we go to the verses 116. Therefore, they are exerted to be equal in the share they have in establishing Buddha qualities. But none of them are equal in good qualities with the Buddha, who are boundless ocean of excellences. Excellence. So we talk about this up there, like yesterday and today when we beginning the teaching. So other sentient beings, very important. The reason is the can fruit that they produce means like they can create. We are Buddha. They can create us Buddha. So that's the reason they have really good qualities. Other sentient beings. That's the reason we have respect for other sentient beings. But here is the verses, 116 talk about they are exerted to be equal in the share they have in external Buddha qualities. See, they give us Buddha quality is the same as the special object Buddhas. And that's the reason same equal, same qualities we respect for other beings. But none of them are equal in good qualities. Actually, of course, like other ordinary beings, not possible to same quality is Buddha. So Buddha has, we already talked immeasurable love, compassion, see all quality Buddha has. Buddha has truth, omniscient wisdom has. He purify all obscurations, and he has like bodhicitta and benefiting other beings, and the effortlessly other benefit other beings. So that kind of quality, the other ordinary beings don't have, not possible have. So that's the reason here says none of them are equal in qualities Buddha. Even the Bodhisattva also cannot be equal qualities Buddha. With the Buddhas who are boundless ocean of excellences, excellence. So he has like qualities incredible. It's beyond our words, beyond our capacity to talk about the Buddha's qualities. So ordinary beings didn't have their qualities, but the ordinary beings also can help us become Buddha is the same as the who is enlightened beings. So now we go to verses 117. Even if the three realms were offered, it would be insufficient in paying veneration to those few beings in whom a mere share of the good quality of the unique assemblage of excellence appears. So even if the three realms were offered, means like three realms is a desire realm. So we are in the desire realm. Then form realms, actually God's realm, formless also God's realm too. So they are higher realms. And these three realms were offered, it would be sufficient in paying venerations. So if we offering all these tirirams to offering to Buddhas, so actually that is not much, like the Buddhas giving us, benefit us, comparing to we offering all these tirirams of Buddha. So this tirirams offering to Buddha is like cannot comparing to Buddha's benefit us. So Buddha's benefit us is more ways and more beneficial than we offering tirirams. So that's why tiriram offering is actually nothing comparing to Buddha benefit us. But no of them are equal in good qualities. See, that's also cannot be equaled. With the Buddhas who are boundless, sorry, I went to another one. So if you see the Buddhas like some part of qualities, even we don't know all the Buddha's qualities, we don't know 100%, we don't know even 10% Buddha's qualities. If you recognize some like maybe 3% Buddha's qualities, you offering all these tirirams, but still comparing to Buddha's quality and Buddha's benefit or other sentient beings, no equal, no possible equal. Few to those few beings in whom I may share good qualities of the unique exemplage of excellent efforts. So then we go to the verses 118. Thus, since sentient beings have a share in giving rise to the Supreme Buddha qualities, surely it is correct to venerating them, as they are similar in merely this respect. So also we respect to Buddha, that this all just a kind of follow the length together, similar information. So we respect to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Same is like we also can respect for other beings. The reason is that since sentient beings have a share in giving rise to Supreme Buddha qualities. You see, they're also giving Buddha qualities for us. Surely it is correct to venerate them. So we also respect the other sentient beings. That is the is correct. And we can help other beings. We respect other beings, and we can benefit other beings. That's also correct to venerating them. As they are similar in merely this respect, we have to respect same as the other Buddhas. But the actually quality is not equal to Buddha and ordinary beings. That's no question. Buddha's quality is like we cannot talk about it because it's beyond the words, beyond our capacity to recognize. But even you recognize symbolize Buddha's qualities, so that cannot equaling like all these three realms offering that merit cannot be equaled. So that means like in these three realms, actually, whatever we see or think about these three realms bring to our mind, offering to Buddha. So that kind, uh, thinking is like actually vast, because three realms means like big and vast. But Buddha's quality is more vast than that, more beyond than that. So that's the example up there. Uh, Even you recognize like some part of Buddha quality and offering these three realms is comparing to Buddha's quality is not much. So now we go to 119. Furthermore, what way is there to repay the Buddhas who grant immeasurable benefit and who befriend the world without pretension, other than by pleasing sentient beings? So this is also talking about the Buddha's, his enlightening quality and his benefits. Furthermore, more information. What way is there to repay the Buddhas who grant immeasurable benefits? So then Buddha only thinking about benefit for other beings, just 24 hours, the Buddha only thinking about the benefit other beings, no any agenda their own and himself. So that's the reason. And who befriend the world without pretension, other than by pleasing sentient beings. So if we wanted to become pleasing to the Buddha, then we have to benefit other sentient beings. No any other than that, we can pleasing the Buddha. Reason is Buddha always thinking about other sentient beings, benefit other sentient beings, because his love, compassion, and bodhicitta. So long as love arises, you pleasing Buddha, love arises to other beings. Long as like compassion arises in your mind, is pleasing the Buddha. And long as like see participation for other beings, generosity for other beings, so that's all. This practice is actually pleasing to the Buddhas, and no any other than that. So actually, I have a very nice quote. It's the when I wrote the Supplication Tara, the book. Is the below there has one quote. The short quote. It's actually it's come from Mapam Rinpoche. The quote is so we can see that I don't have it here right now. The book is close to me here, and so Mapam Rinpoche he wrote the commentary. One commentary is Mayaminka commentary, and then. The Mayaminka, the root text is come from the Shindarakita, is Kenshin Showanso, is who bring Dharma in Tibet. He wrote that book, is root text, Shindarakita. So then Mapam Rinpoche, he did the commentary. It's a very beautiful commentary. It's really long. So I studied many times that book. That's really, really helpful understanding the Mayaminka teaching. So then end of that teaching, Mapam Rinpoche, he said, these Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, for them, you offering all these three words, and you offering three words, and that doesn't make them happy, kind of like, the meaning, is for them is like, the chaos of Pope and the goal is the same for them. The no different for them. But if you really want please to this Buddha and Bodhisattvas, so you study their teaching and contemplate, meditate, then that is pleasing, and they are joy and happy for that. So you can make pleasing, use that teachings and study practice. So no any other than that you can make pleasing the Buddhas. So he used the example is like cows, pop, and gold. It's very beautiful. So that's why I wrote this supplication Tara end over there. I put that one because I also pleased to Garchin Rinpoche. So he has a long life Saraman at that time. So I offered that book for him. I wrote this one. The reason is also he one of the contradiction he asked me to do that. And I thought I'd share with you that's the story, kind of a short story, When I was in Arizona and there up there has two rooms, like Garchin Rinpoche room, another small room. I was another room. So he come into my room and asked me like, give me back my commentary. I said, what commentary? He says, supplication Tara's commentary. So you take that from me and I need that one. You have to beg to me. I say, I don't have. So his eye is very wide, little bit out. He said, yes, you told me from, I need that one. I said, no, I don't have. So I didn't see that commentary before. I didn't borrow from you. I don't have. He said, yeah. Then he pushing, but I said, no, I don't have. Then he said, okay, if you don't have it, then you can write commentary for supplication Tara. So I didn't think about that much at that time. And then he go back to his room and I just lay down in my bed and I reading something and so I'm thinking about, wow, that's something special. So then I thought is I have to going to do something right for commentary for supplication Tara. Then starting that, I just take that into my mind. But after a couple of months after I started, there become starting writing for commentary. And so then he has a long life Saramane offerings. So I thought I'm going to finish before that. So that is my blessing for him. So that's why I put that quote in the end of this commentary. So that's you think here is there's the same thing Shantideva here says. If you benefit other beings, that is the blessing for Buddhas, no any other than that. If you're going to create 1,000 statues, but actually we don't know that's pleasing Buddha or not. So you feed like 1,000 other beings, that blessing for Buddhas, But that is also like just depending individual people because of different connections. We cannot say, oh, 1,000 statues not great, but actually the reality is you benefit 1,000 people and feed for them. It's you helping so many beings. So that is the Buddha's blessing, right? The comparing to you create 1,000 statues, maybe more benefit that you benefit 1,000 other 1,000 people, beings. So that's maybe also you get more, give you the become your Buddha, that more produce you will become Buddha. Of course, like you create 1,000 statues, they also have a merit, good things. You create accumulation merit, but comparing to you benefit 1,000 other beings and you create 1,000 statues, I think Buddha is going to maybe pleasing more than you benefit other 1,000 sentient beings. So ordinary beings, of course, they're like, if you wanted to pleasing them, you create something for them, they are very happy. But Buddha means like you have for others, then that blessing for Buddhas. So that's is Shantideva here say clearly. Therefore, since benefiting these beings will repeat those who give their bodies and enter the deepest here for their sake, I shall behave impeccably in all that I do, even if they cause me a great deal of harm. So, see, the reason is this is actually 120 verses reason the 119. The reason is Buddha's like benefiting other beings. They give up their life. You know, this Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. So they're only 100% wanting to, like, you know, the just goal is benefiting for others, other sentient beings. Therefore, things benefiting these beings will repeat. So if you wanted to, who benefit other beings, you wanted to repeat for them, repeat those who give their bodies, like the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, those who give a body and enter the deepest here. So they're going into the lowest here to benefit other beings. They give up 100% their own agenda, their own benefit. They're 100% like benefiting others. So that kind of they're doing, you know, the Buddhas. Then you also benefit others. That's Buddhas become pleased. You can please the Buddhas, and also we can repair, you know, for the Buddhas like benefiting us. We can repair something for the Buddhas is we have to benefit others. For the sake, I shall behave impeccably in all that I do. Even if they cause me a great deal of harm. So this translator is I'm not sure it's like exactly go correctly. Cancer kotong nami jobal telependa lenung chiruena. So I shall behave impeccably in all that I do means this Buddhas, you know, if there's somebody harm to them, but still there not give up them benefit for them. So even if they cause harm to Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, so someone like going to harm to Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, like even if they cause harm to Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, a great deal of harm, they shall behave impeccably or that they do benefit for them. So I think that way is like follow this, not us, like it's like we have to think about the Buddhas, what they're doing, you know, Bodhisattvas. Do you get or no? Do you understand what I mean here?
Yes.
Yes? Okay,
Yes.
some yes, some say no. So who say yes, please, can you explain?
I'll try. We're on verse 122, right?
Yes.
You have to.
No, 121.
121, sorry. If you want to be, you know, achieve Dharmakaya.
120.
Sorry, I'm doing 121 now. That was a mistake.
No, it's first 120.
We are
120. Oh, 120. Sorry, I was following you. It just means basically, if you want to achieve the state of Dharmakaya, you must behave impeccably, because you must rest and free from attachment and aversion. And also part of Dharmakaya is compassion, okay? And so you have to have compassion. You can't, I don't think you can achieve Dharmakaya without it, only from what I've read, not because. And then it says here, therefore, And so that's why you go to the deepest hell for their sake. Also, there's like ego in I. You know, if you're like, oh, I'm not going to hell to help them, that's too much I. You're attached to self. That attachment to self, you again, you don't get off the karmic wheel of life. So this is actually beneficial to you because it helps you get off the karmic wheel of life, enter into Dharmakaya, and it also helps all sentient beings because you're working diligently to save them.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ed, right? Arizona, or what is it? You live in Arizona?
No, my sister-in-law's name is A, and then when I was doing that, they said I had to put another letter, so I just put Z.
I see.
So, yeah.
That's cool. Thank you. Yeah,
You're-
so the 120, the last two sentences, like see, first two is of course like first two sentences, this Buddha, Bodhisattvas benefiting for other beings, they give up their own life, even going to the deepest here to benefiting others. So they're doing that. That's the reason I share behave means like the Buddha, Bodhisattvas behave is impeccably in all that they do, even if someone cause harm to them, they great deal of harm for them. You know, who harm to Buddhas, the state they benefit for them. They never give up who harm to them. So they're going to benefit for them. They release them free from samsara. So that's the main point. And we have 190 verses, 19 the verses. We're talking about the pleasing to the Buddha, repair to like benefit, Buddha give benefit us, we repair something for Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. So important is like benefit others. The reason is that does like that, you know, the reason is like 120, that does that we're benefiting others. That's why we benefit others, then Buddha's pleased, Bodhisattvas. Okay, so now we go to the 121. When for their sake, those who are my Lord have no regard even for their own bodies, then why am I the force so full of self importance? Why do I not act like a servant towards them? See, we recognize this Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they don't care about anything, their own benefits. They give up their body, speech, mind for benefit for others. So then why am I the so full of self-importance? Why then we think, why so we always thinking about I'm so important? Why do I not act like serving towards them? Why we not serve for other beings? Why we not benefit for other beings? Because this Buddha and the Bodhisattvas just whole like give up self and benefiting others, and we are due to our ignorance and misunderstanding or wrong view. That's why we have so strong selfish and always think about I am so important. So that is actually wrong. So now we recognize we are wrong, we're doing mistake. We really be other beings, you know, servant towards for other beings. Reduce our ego, you know, reduce our jealousies. So recognize this Buddha and the Bodhisattvas so much qualities for their hearts, but they still give up all selfish, benefit others. They're really servant for other beings. Then we think, oh, why I do like that? Myself is like so strongly thinking about I and my, and So important. That is like we recognize wrong. So now we also going to servant towards for other beings. So that's the Shantideva give, like instruction. We have to waking up. The reason is because we have so strong selfish, and then that's the reason we have jealousy for others. Jealousy, we don't recognize other beings' qualities. And then we have pride, so we don't care other beings. Due to that, so we create so much karma, and then the karma actually takes us to samsara again and again. So we know, we recognize where is our problem, and where is this suffering is come from. The suffering comes from self. The root cause is self. So these Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, no any selfish for them, no self, 100% benefiting for others. So no, I'm also going to do same is like this Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. So we have to recognize that way. Then we go to 122. Because of their happiness, the conquerors are delighted. But if they are harmed, they are displeased. Hence, by pleasing them, I shall delight the conquerors, and by harming them, I shall hurt the conquerors. So, see, because of their happiness, the conquerors are delighted. Means, if you create happiness for other beings, then that's delighted for Buddhas. But if they are harmed, they are displeased. If you harm for other beings, then that's displeased Buddhas. Hence, by pleasing them, I shall delight the conquerors. So we see, hence by pleasing them, like other beings, happy, joy, you create that, then I shall delight the conquerors. That is helps like become Buddhas also get delighted the conquerors. And by harming them, I shall hurt the conquerors. We harm for others, that's also hurt for Buddhas too. So then yesterday, like we talking about example, like mother love their kids and someone harm to their kids, then mother also get hurt too, right? So someone benefit their mother's kids, so mother's also happy and joy. So same the yesterday I shared this just information. So now we really recognize what is the Dharma, what means Buddha, So practice Buddha Dharma means like we help for others, pleasing them others. So that is like become delighted conquerors. Delighted conquerors. So that's we have to know. And then actually the Shantideva already talked last week, I think we talked about the, if someone destroy the stupa, someone destroy the, the temple statues, someone destroy the holy object, but actually they didn't destroy the Buddhas. So they just destroy object. If object is important, but Shantideva say you cannot lose your participation. So participation, love, compassion, there are actually Buddha's quality. If you lose that, you lose Buddha's quality. You destroy the Buddha, right? Destroy Buddha means destroy love, compassion, bodhicitta, wisdom. So that is actually destroy the Buddhas, not the object of the special objects. Like they are important, but comparing to, see, is if we think about harming for others, you say I'm going to protect this stupa, and you harm for others, like create a temple, then that also actually incorrect. So essence is like Buddha is no harming for others, Dharma is no harming for others, then benefit others. So that is like become conqueror's delight. Buddha's like you happy, and we pay back something. Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, like we have to create other beings joy and happy. So that's the 122 verses. Then we go to 123rd. Yours as
May I ask
desirable.
something quickly? I'm sorry. I just wanted to clarify something. Don't have a sense of self when the suffering of others, compassion arises. Compassion is almost a natural extension of selflessness. That's all.
Thank you. So now we go to 123rd. Just as desirable things, object would give my mind no pleasure. If my body was blazed with fire, likewise, when living creatures are in pain, there is no way for the compassionate ones to be pleased. So, just as desirable things, object would my mind no pleasure of my body was blazed with fire. This object of pleasure things you offering to Buddhas, like actually, this object of this
To do that on YouTube Music, you'll need a premium membership.
desirable
Looks like you're
things.
eligible for a 1-month free trial. Do you want more information about the offer?
What is that?
According to Wikipedia, God, in monotheistic thought, is conceived of as the supreme being, creator deity, and principal object of faith. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Google is talking about, he also listening teaching, he giving teachings for us. So that's the same as the Buddhas. Buddhas no any, intention giving like something, like just comes teaching from the Buddhas. So same as this one didn't have any intention, but it's Dharma is come from them too. Right? No intention, no thoughts, but Dharma is come from this Google. Okay. Actually, the Buddha qualities used to very hard to explain, but this time is a technology is really give them very clearly, easy to understanding Buddha's quality. The explains. The used to we say Buddha's giving teaching is no thoughts. Then people think not possible, no thoughts, giving something. See this Google right now, just sharing all the holy object. It's no thought, but he shared the all holy object. Because we create some conditions for him, he just comes all these sharing teachings naturally. So we have to create something, the object, create what they call the cause conditions. Conditions. We have to create conditions. Then the Buddha's benefit for others. So no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. That's a benefit for others. So now here, desire things actually no anything further like delight for Buddhas, desire things. They recognize this Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, the desire things, is causes of suffering. No pleasure if my body was blazed with fire. So desire is the same as like create fire our own body. Desire is causes of suffering. So likewise, when living creatures are in pain, there is no way for the compassionate ones to be pleased. So the Buddhas are not possible to please because other sentient beings pain and suffering. So if we create other beings suffering, then Buddhas not possible to there become happy and joy, pleasing. And that's the reason we have to create like help for others, benefit others. That helps the conquerors wants to be pleased. Then we go to 124. Therefore, as I have caused harm to living beings, today I openly declare all my unwholesome acts that have brought displeasure to the compassionate ones. Please bear with me, O Lord, for this displeasure I have caused you. So therefore, we know, we recognize if it cause harm to living beings, if we harm for others, then that's not pleasure, like delight for the Buddhas. That's why today I openly declare all my unwholesome acts. So we're going to confession, I'm beginning last time until now we did wrong things like harm for others, because that is what I done is incorrect. That have brought displeasure to the compassionate ones. That didn't create, joy for Buddhas. That make feel sad for Buddhas. And that's why, so starting today, I'm going to stop harming for other beings. So please bear with me. So then we supplication to the Buddhas. Our Lord, for the displeasure I have caused you. So whatever I did wrong, displeasure things, I confessing, starting today, I'm not going to do that again. So that's we have to, like kind of take our self promise. The reason we didn't recognize what we done until now. So now we really understanding. So which way is like conquerors like delighted, which way is conqueror is displeasures. We recognize, so now we're not going to do anything, displeasure to the conqueror or compassionate Buddhas. And now starting today, we're going to do something delighted to the Buddhas. So now we go to the 125 verses. So this 125 is very famous verses. This verses is many Bodhisattvas take this promise. Actually, in this way of Bodhisattva is each verses has like kind of a different power and benefit. I heard many these special teachers, they all pick up just different verses. They always follow that and you know, promise. See, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he has another verses. He always share that, and you go to his website also. The first beginner shows that verses. So that is nothing, not yet here finished it. These verses I heard many times from Khenpo Jimiping, so he always shared this one. So he talked about the laws, this one, and he just like promise, you know, like, and practice, put his practice in these verses. No, someone who going to harm them, he never going to like lose participation and respect for others. So use these verses. From now on, in order to delight the Tathangatas, see, we're starting right now. So delight to Tathagata Buddhas, I shall serve the universe and definitely cease to cause harm. So now we so shall serve the universe or other beings, you know, shall serve the universe and definitely cease to cause harm. Although many beings may kick and stamp upon the head, even at risk of dying, may I delight the protectors of the world by not letting.
Retaliating.
Retaliating. So it's hard to, you know, you follow this word, the practice, right? No easy. If someone, you know, not only kick is like your head, but someone telling harsh words us is, we really cannot, you know, bear through, go through that, and tolerate for that. But some other beings may kick and stamp up in the heads is then we start practice patience, and even at the risk of dying, may I delight the protectors of the world by not retaliating. Retaliating. What means retaliating?
Getting back at them. Doing the same thing to them.
I see. Not going to do same thing doing for them, right? Not
Yes.
retaliating.
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 Close, good.
Couple of days I can read very well, so today is gone. Last night I'm sleeping really deep, so when I wake up, my English is all gone. Okay, so anyway, you understanding, and so these Bodhisattvas, actually they not lose their the courage to benefit others. So here is the main point, like we, you know, delight for Buddhas, Tathagatas. That's the reason. Starting today, we serving for other beings, reduce our ego. So then serve for other beings. All these beings like kick our heads. So we not going to, you know, retaliating to them and not going to harm them to beg, and also we're not going to lose our practice. So I'm not going to give up my bodhicitta, I'm not going to give up my practice. So that's kind of like the Bodhisattva has, courage and their promise, and then they do the action. So that's why it's called Bodhisattva is courageous, courageous beings. Other ordinary beings not possible to take this kind promise and follow that, right? Even we cannot take care of someone share like harsh words, unpleasant words. We don't tolerate for that. So this means like whatever difficulty come to you, you never give up bodhicitta, and you never give up bodhicitta, and you not lose patience. So still more courage to benefit others. This word is the important section. So many bodhisattvas take that word their promise, follow this one. So when someone harm to them, when get difficulties, they practice these words, use this one, then they are become special practitioner, bodhisattvas. These words create us special beings. So when you get difficulty, see you think about these words. The Bodhisattva has so strong courage. So we get some small things harm us, then we have to recognize, oh, so this Bodhisattva king promise like this kind of, situations, like they can take care. Why I cannot take care like kind of something, small things? You have to think that and think about the way of a Bodhisattva teaching and think about the Shantideva, think about these words, so you get more courage. And that helps you become strong. Even this whole world come to your head, you never lost your practice, you never lost your path. And then that is called Bodhisattvas. Okay, so that's an important word. Take that in the mind. Then we go to 126. There is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion regard all these beings to be the same as themselves. Furthermore, those who see this Buddha nature as the nature of sentient beings see the Buddhas themselves. Why then do I not respect sentient beings? So this verses is actually this verses is the bridging with the Vajrayana teaching. And the Jigten Songkhon said Sutra teachings, the result is Vajrayana teaching. Sutrayana that talk about the Lord's teachings come up to result is the same as the Vajrayana. So here the Shantideva shares so many teachings, but they know is he going into the nature, Buddha nature. So the Buddha nature, that teaching is actually more elaborated in the Vajrayana teaching. So also like some Tibetans, we have many different lineages. So some philosophers, some other lineages, philosophers, they don't accept the Buddha nature. So actually, see, Shantideva also mentioned about the Buddha nature here. So they don't accept means like that just everything is emptiness, They say everything's emptiness. They don't talk about the Buddha nature, quality, and something special there. They say everything's emptiness. So follow that way. But actually, Shantideva also mentioned about Buddha nature here too. There is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion regard all sentient beings to be the same as themselves. So there is no doubt that those with the nature of compassion, that is actually referred to the Buddha, regard all these beings to be the same as themselves. See, they're seeing the Buddhas seeing this all sentient beings as Buddha nature. Same is the Buddhas has nature, is they're seeing same nature. So no, see, this way is like you can think about the Yadam deity practice. All these Yadam deities seeing us, we have same quality, same capacity, same nature there has. Same as themselves. So furthermore, those who see this Buddha nature as the nature of sentient beings see the Buddhas themselves. So then these Buddhas and the Yadam is seeing we all has a capacity to become Buddha because they're seeing we have a Buddha nature. These Buddhas see all sentient beings as Buddha because they recognize all sentient beings as Buddha nature. Why then I do not respect sentient beings? Then why we don't respect for other beings? So Buddha is seeing all sentient beings as Buddha nature. Buddha is seeing all sentient beings as Buddha. And that's the reason then we also have to respect Buddhas, and also same thing, we have to respect for all these sentient beings. Usually in the Sutra tradition, many you can find this kind of words, So this talk about the Buddha nature. So here the Shantideva is talking about clearly about this teaching means like Shantideva is, you can recognize he is the Vajrayana practitioner because he shared this all the Sutra teachings, but he reserve is put in the Vajrayana teaching there. That means he is like Vajrayana practitioner. And sometimes like there's some people say, oh, these philosophers in the Nalanda philosophy, they are not Vajrayana practitioner. But you can see their teachings, and they all has Vajrayana teachings inside there. So that means they are Vajrayana practitioner, but their teaching sharing is more elaborated Mayamika teachings, because the reason is, they are philosopher, they use logically approving Buddha's teachings. They wanted to share the Buddha's teaching is like education way and approving. So that really helps. Like is Dharma is, is followed by science. Followed by science. This followed by this 21st century technologies is no problems, because this philosopher has more view, like long goal to recognize like future. They don't think about during only that time benefit for their own groups. If at that time they say, oh, you do this and like you get benefit, you become Buddha, they can share some teachings, very simple ones for them. But they didn't did it that way. These philosophers share the teachings like for education way, and like very hardest way put, deeper way, performed with shared teachings, because they look for future lifetimes, like future generation. This see, you recognize this, all Shantideva's teaching is followed by this, the logic and reality, truth. So that's a teaching is like never going to like distinguish or extinguish, right? Extinguish, like exhaust. So change, like change the culture, change the centuries, but this teaching is like never extinguished, exhaust. So now we go to verses 127. Pleasing living beings, delight the Tathagatas, and perfectly accomplish my own purpose as well. In addition, it dispels the pain and misery of the universe. Therefore, I should always practice it. The verses is very powerful. When you read this one, it's like you just open up everything. Actually, all the way of Bodhisattva teaching also in subsumed into these verses. See, pleasing living beings, like you benefit other beings, delight to the Tathagatas. That is offering to Buddhas. That is like pleasing to the Buddhas. And perfectly accomplishing my own purpose as well. So that's also benefit our own. You benefit others, that's actually benefit your own purpose as well. In addiction is dispel the pain and misery of universe. So that's also purify our causes of suffering and purify causes of other beings suffering too. So these two verses, like say, benefit our own, benefit for others. So where is the Dharmakaya come from? Where is the Nirmanakayas come from? It's these two words. They're talking about causes, So where is the Dharmakaya come from? Perfectly complete my own purpose as well. That is the Dharmakaya. In addition, to dispel the pain and misery of the universe. That is the Sambhonakaya and the Nirmanakaya. Therefore, I should always practice it. So that's the reason I practice passion. If I practice passion, practice love, compassion, bodhicitta, that is the delight to the Tathagatas. That is the offering to the Buddhas. Okay, so then that is like benefit us. That is benefit for others. Then we don't need anything more than that, right? So all is in there. It's a very powerful statement. Therefore, I should always practice it. So now we go to verses 128. For example, should some of the king's men cause harm to many people, far-sighted me would not return the harm, even if they were able to do so. This is Shantideva giving us really good, instruction for us. So, for example, see, should some of kings mean, so like some kings, president, whatever, your leaders, is really mean, no incorrect, no good ones, who come to like, become king or president and leader, cause harm to many people. So far-sighted me would not return the harm. Then there, who see really long way, long goal, they don't harm the king, they don't take down the president, they don't harm to them. You know, we actually talk about politics is not great, but it's individually has different views. That is like no one like can agree each other, like, or it's become talk about that disagree each other. No one compromise or something. Everyone cannot be agree each other. But you see this way, think about if you get see not really great president, try to that president is impeached, and then other hand so many other way is like so many people upset too. So anyway, no great, whatever you do is no great. So Shantideva said, if you really see long goal, don't try to harm that person, like just leave them, leave it alone. Leave it alone is better. It's great, good instruction. Doesn't matter who is president, you try to impeach that, and another like 50 people is not unhappy too there. So 50 is happy, 50 is not happy. So that means like if you really see far away, just leave them. It's better. Even the person is not great. Like far-sighted me would not return to the harm. They don't try to do harm to the person, even if they were able to do so. Even they can do something for that, but just they live there. The reason is like go to 29, 129 verses. There's more length go together. For they see that these me are not alone, but are supported by the might of the king. Likewise, I should not underestimate weak beings who cause me a little harm. So we see in that king many other supporters too. So they has the very powerful supporters, supported by mighty of the king has. So the king, if you can destroy the king, but they have so many behind there, that's the reason. Don't think about only that person and that king, right? Only not that kind of like president or other one, only not thinking about that one person. So you have to think about behind there many that has more powerful supporter, supported by the mighty of a king. Likewise, I should not underestimate weak beings who cause me a little harm. See, you some like people harm to you, you recognize that person is better than you are more better than that person. You are more strong than that person. You are more powerful than that person. You can destroy that person easily. But that person harm to you later, not too big, but you can repair more strong than that, repay back to more strong than harm to that person. If you can do that, but that person is not only that has also behind the protectors too. So we go to verses 130. For they are supported by the guidance over here and by all the compassionate ones. So behaving like the subject of that fairy king, I should please all sentient beings. So we can harm that person, we can destroy that person, but you don't only think about that person. If you harm for that person, then future life, see, for they are supported by the guidance over here. So they also have some support for them. Means like we have a karma. Karma not going to let it go away us, karma going to get us. If you see all animals, oh, I can kill them easily. I don't care them. Actually, you see only animals, like easy to can destroy them, easy to kill them. But they also has a protectors. They have protectors, karma. Not going to let go us just, peacefully. Karma going to get us. The karma is their protector. So then uh, by the gardens over here, see the harem has all these yamas like come to like become their protector, and they're going to torture us. And by all the compassionate ones, then also Buddhas also their protectors too, because you just harmful others who wake beings, and you think that they are easy, that no one protecting for them, so no one come to get me. I can whatever I want to do for them is I can harm them. We see like that, but if you really look for more deeper, more further way, not like that easy. Even you care like like one deer, and then the karma is come to you, and this harem yamas come to you. Buddha conquerors also not happy to you, they're not going to protect you. So that's all is protect, they all is there, this deer's protection, So you only see the deer is like wake, I can care him, they care easily there, but behind there's he has so much protectors, you don't see that. So be having like the subject of that fairy king. Uh, so same is like you can care the king, but the king has so many subjects or these beings protecting them. I should please all sentient beings. So that's the reason you have to recognize even some beings not strong, weak beings. We think we don't care that because they not come to us, but actually they have so much protectors, you know. Same is the king. King has like they all whole subject and countries. So like that, the other weak beings also has their karma come to us. Karma going to get us. All these conquerors, they are protectors. So we have to think that way. We have to take care equally other beings, not only like someone who has high possessions, someone is like better than our situations, then we take care of them. We say I don't care about like someone is weaker than us. So if we does that way, then actually we don't have wisdom, we don't recognize further seeing. Make sense or no? It's good statement, good example. Also give you more open your mind, because some situations we like ignorantly, we can okay, you can take down one person, but we don't recognize behind there what going on. And that's also have the problems with all this politics going, together. And then also like another way is like people who has egos, they don't care other people, and especially they don't care really lower, like weaker beings. So that we think, oh, I'm better than them. So if I do something them, then no one going to get me. So many people has that kind of mentality. Uh, so that is actually wrong thinking, wrong idea. It's Shantideva, he give really good statement, that is this one. So even we see the bugs or other just or like easily like weaker beings. So we have to think about that. That has cause karma. And then karma not going to let go us. So now we go to the 131. Even if such a king were to become angry, could be caused the pain over here, which is the fruit I would have to experience by displeasing sentient beings. So if your king is angry to us, they're not happy, actually not that danger, because they're not going to really destroy us, our future lives. So that's why even if such a king were to be angry, could be cause the pain over here. They cannot cause the pain over here. They cannot create that for us, which is the fruit I would have to experience by displeasing sentient beings. We harm for other beings, other sentient beings, disturbing their minds. We create suffering for others. That karma can put us in the lower realms. If a king doesn't like us, it's okay. He doesn't like that, his problem. That he's not going to put us in the lower realms. So the main point is, one king is even doesn't like it. That not the big problem. If other sentient beings doesn't like, if we harm other beings, so that karma is never let go us. So, and even if such a king were to be kind, he would not possibly grant me Buddhahood, which is the fruit I would obtain by pleasing sentient beings. See, then other way, like king really cannot produce Buddhahood, enlightening qualities. Other sentient beings produce the Buddha quality. That's why, and even if such a king were to be kind, like the king is happy, he could not possibly grant me like Buddhahood, right? Which is the fruit I would obtain like enlightening quality by pleasing sentient beings. If the other beings happy, then produce the Buddha's qualities, enlightening qualities. If a king is happy, nothing going to produce our Buddha's qualities. So that means like just we have to care about all other sentient beings, not only specific one beings. So if you pleasing only one beings, special like for you, like in the relatively, then that not really going to produce you Buddhahood. So you create like make everyone happy, all sentient beings, then that produce you Buddhahood. So now we go to 133. Why do I not see that my future attainment of Buddhahood, as well as glory, renewal, and happiness in this very life, all come from pleasing sentient beings? So why do I not see? Why we don't recognize until know this good, method or these teachings? Why? What happened us? We are reborn so many lifetimes in samsara. Why we didn't recognize this special, this bodhicitta quality? That my future attainment of Buddhahood, as well as glory, renewal, and happiness in this very life. See, so this practice bodhicitta, practice love, compassion, practice patience, that that may future attainment of Buddhahood. We have become Buddha. And as well as also in this life, glory, renewal, and happiness in this very life. Not only future life, if you really practice patience, practice bodhicitta in this life, you have become special being in this life. You have become very famous in this life. Even you don't want famous, but naturally become famous. So if without bodhicitta, without practice patience, even you want famous, not possible famous, right? So long as you practice patience and practice compassion, and then whereas glory, renown, and happiness in this very life, and all become this good quality is auspicious arise in this life. All come from pleasing sentient beings. That is like causes is pleasing other sentient beings, taking care of other beings. Then you taking care of other beings, your all Buddha enlightening quality is arise in this life. Then we go to 134 verses. While in cyclic existence, patience causes beauty, health, and renown. Because of this, I share life for a very long time. And when the extensive pleasures of the universal chakra kings. So, while in cyclic existence, patience causes, BT, like in this some within in samsara, we practice patience has a really good quality. Practice patient qualities like if we practice patient, the life is become future life is beauty and healthy and renewing. Where beauty, healthy, this renewing, this quality in the samsara is come from that person did something good, practice patient in previous life. That's the reason in this life there has these qualities. So then that result is not going to exhaust. That result is go all the way up to the Buddhahood. Someone who practices patience. Then someone like has no beauty, no healthy, no renowned. This all also due to the because like previous life anger, didn't practice patience. So that's the result, and all this negative is arising in this life. So then also, if you practice patience, then you have beauty, healthy, and renewals. Also, in this life, also karma is happening too. The karma have many different levels. So some karma is happening like future life. Some is like happening in this life, directly arrives karma. So if you anger, you lose your beauty too, like faces become terrible, right? Right away, you see that. And someone who's always angry, so we recognize that person is like nobody wanted to talk, nobody wanted to see, and always look terrible. Then someone has anger always, they didn't have they didn't have a good health because they affected the health. Then whose anger all the time, the mind is become they affected the mind, and then affected the body too. So they lose mind's peace, they lose body's health too, right? So who has anger, we can see that. And who has more tolerant, more practice patient, then that person has more healthy, that person has more happy and peace. That's we recognize, we see in this life too. So who we see some teachers, spiritual beings. We have right now in this living beings, there has like good health, and there has, you know, and good peace, happy. The reason is because of their participation. So participation is actually all this source of good qualities. Anger is a source of all the negativity. So that we can see easily. Because of these, I shall live for a very long time. Then who has participation? That person stay very long life, longer. And the life also happy life, not miserable life. Who can practice patience, you know? In long life. And when the extensive pleasure of the universe are the chakra kings. So then that life is like pleasure. Same as the chakra kings. So who has patience, who didn't have anger, then that person is better than anyone in the world, right? So better the richest person in the world, better than the powerful president in the world, because there are so much suffering is like immeasurable and measurable. The mind is measurable. All the time pain, you know, due to anger, jealousy, pride. So all these emotions, like 24 hours, never stop their mind. So who has participation, then there always pleasure. They don't have anger. Then no anger, mind is peace. No anger, body is healthy. See, no anger, life is meaningful. So then no anger, renewing, like you are become famous. Other all is bow down to you, respect to you. The who has participation, then people come to bow down, respect, prostration to you, but not for no one going to bow down for presidents and the kings. So that is like qualities. Who has these qualities, then you can really recognize the you know the other also recognize the qualities too. So we recognize that, you know, who has these special qualities. Also, we actually, long as we don't have open our mind, we also recognize who has good qualities. If you practice more Dharma and you practice more patience, so you practice more Yadam deities, then or who has these qualities you recognize. And when you practice Yadam deities, like then we really recognize who has practiced Yadam deity qualities. You recognize that person, you devotion arises to that person. You seeing that person's qualities. If you don't practice Yadam deity, you don't recognize that person's quality. And then same thing, you know, you practice patience, practice way of a Bodhisattva, then you really recognize who's the Bodhisattva. If we don't practice this way of a Bodhisattva, then no possible we recognize who is Bodhisattva. So who has more compassion, patience, love for others, then that person recognize other Bodhisattva's qualities. Okay, so that's the today teaching. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Khenpo, who are the chakra kings?
Chakra kings is like powerful kings.
Oh,
Are they samsaric beings? Are they enlightened
They are
beings?
samsaric beings, yes. So 1 minute, okay, we need to pay.
You muted, Khenpo.
I'm going to move it because someone know the door endless. I have to open the door. So we have to practice patient for that person.
Okay.
Give me a couple of minutes.
I did a quick Google search to try to find a phrase from the Bible, and it's in patience possess ye your souls.
There it is.
Okay, sorry about. So this is called ancient Buddhist people. It's they come to temple is used to already know any need appointment, and whenever they're ready to come, they always knock the door. You know, they actually come is a temple is not that important, but they say, oh, I have to one post station to Buddha, or I just go to in the temple like put flowers or like that. That's it. So we have one Mongolian guy. He endless knock the door. You know. Like almost 30 minutes. Do you hear that sound of tong, tong, right? So
Yeah.
then I opened the door, him, he said, oh, I just come in the, I just go temple in the one post station. That's it.
He had to practice a lot of patience.
Yeah, he practiced patient for us, stay in the outside. I practice patient too for him. Okay, so now we go to do the dedication. Measure and the roll, please. Can you chant the dedication prayer?
Yes, Khenpo.
Imaho, in the center is the marvelous Buddha, Amitabha, of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewa Shen. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessings of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teyata pensadriya waboda naya soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind. Where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teachings of the great Rigungpa Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you, Major General.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you so much, Khenpo. That's wonderful.
Good evening.
Khenpo.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
See you tonight.
See you tonight.
See you later, 7 o'clock.